In what could be one of the most electrifying moves of the NFL offseason, rumors are swirling that superstar wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins might be heading to the San Francisco 49ers. Yes, you heard that right. Whispers around the league suggest that the Niners are in advanced talks to bring D-Hop to the Bay Area, a move that would send shockwaves through the NFC and dramatically alter the landscape of the league. While nothing has been officially confirmed, the speculation has gained serious traction over the last few days, with insiders hinting of backdoor meetings and confidential discussions between Hopkins' camp and the 49ers front office. For a franchise already loaded with offensive weapons, the addition of a player of Hopkins' caliber feels like an all-in play for a Super Bowl push. Fans are buzzing, analysts are digging, and the NFL community is holding its breath. Could we really see DeAndre Hopkins in red and gold next season? The idea alone is enough to make any defensive coordinator lose sleep. It's a tantalizing prospect, one that could redefine what we expect from the 49ers offense. Buckle up, this story might just be getting started. And if it's true, the NFL is in for one wild ride. DeAndre Hopkins is not just any receiver, he's a generational talent, a game changer, and one of the most reliable hands the league has ever seen. The thought of him joining forces with Kyle Shanahan's genius play calling is almost too much to process. Imagine a scenario where Hopkins lines up alongside Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, and George Kittle, while Christian McCaffrey lurks in the backfield. That's not an offense, it's a nightmare for defenses. The 49ers have long been praised for their creativity and versatility, but with Hopkins in the mix, they could become downright unstoppable. Sources close to the situation claim that conversations have been ongoing since the early days of free agency, but were kept under wraps to avoid media frenzy. Now, the lid is off, and speculation is reaching a fever pitch. Some insiders believe a deal is all but done, pending medical checks and contract restructures. Others caution that the situation remains fluid, with financial details still being ironed out. But one thing's for sure, the 49ers are serious about adding another superstar to their already stacked roster, and Hopkins might be the final piece of the puzzle. The timing of this potential move couldn't be more intriguing. The 49ers are coming off another deep playoff run, but fell just short of Super Bowl glory yet again. With Brock Purdy emerging as a legitimate starter and the defense continuing to dominate, the only thing the team arguably lacked was a true outside threat, someone who could stretch the field and win contested catches in crunch time. That's exactly what Hopkins brings to the table. He's known for his acrobatic grabs, precise route running, and clutch performances when the stakes are highest. Adding him would give Purdy a veteran target who's seen every coverage imaginable and knows how to exploit even the best corners. Some fans have raised concerns about Hopkins' age and recent injury history, but his tape doesn't lie. When healthy, he's still among the elite. And if there's any coaching staff that knows how to manage a star's workload and maximize production, it's Shanahan and his crew. The 49ers aren't just looking to compete, they're looking to dominate. And landing Hopkins would send a clear message to the rest of the league. They're coming for everything, and they're not asking nicely. Behind the scenes, the financial gymnastics required to make this happen are reportedly well underway. Hopkins isn't cheap, and the 49ers aren't exactly overflowing with cap space. But that hasn't stopped them before. In recent years, they've become masters at maneuvering the salary cap, using creative contract structures and bonuses to build a powerhouse roster without breaking the bank. According to cap experts, the team could restructure existing deals, perhaps those of McCaffrey or Trent Williams, to free up enough room for Hopkins without gutting their depth. There's also the possibility of backloading Hopkins' contract, or including performance incentives that align with playoff success. It's all part of the chess game that top franchises play when they're chasing a ring. Make no mistake, this isn't a reckless splash move. This is calculated strategic aggression by a team that knows it's on the cusp of greatness. And if the money can be made to work, there's little reason to doubt that both sides would be motivated to make it happen. Hopkins wants to win. The 49ers want to win. Everything else is just details. Let's not overlook the human element in all of this. DeAndre Hopkins has always been known as a fiercely competitive player who thrives under pressure and demands the best from himself and those around him. After a frustrating stint in Arizona where inconsistency at quarterback and organizational turmoil limited his impact, a move to San Francisco could reignite his passion and give him the platform to chase a title. Sources close to the receiver say he's looking for a fresh start, a place where football is the focus and the culture is built around accountability and excellence. The 49ers, with their tight-knit locker room and proven leadership, offer us just that. Imagine the fire Hopkins would bring to practices, the mentorship he could offer to younger receivers, and the intensity he'd bring to every game. This isn't just about stats or accolades, it's about legacy. Hopkins knows time is ticking, and what better way to cement his Hall of Fame case than by winning a Super Bowl with one of the most storied franchises in NFL history. The stars seem to be aligning, and if he gets his wish, it could be a match made in football heaven. Let's not forget how Hopkins fits within the broader narrative of the NFC arms race. The conference is heating up, with teams like the Eagles, Cowboys, and Lions making bold moves to improve their rosters. The 49ers know they can't afford to stand still. Bringing in Hopkins would be the kind of power move that not only boosts their own chances, but also sends a psychological blow to the rest of the NFC. It's a statement of intent, a way of saying, we're not content with just getting close. We're here to finish the job. The ripple effects would be massive. Defensive coordinators would have to completely rethink their game plans. Opposing secondaries would be stretched to the breaking point. And the media circus surrounding the 49ers would reach new heights. But that's exactly what elite teams do. They embrace the pressure, thrive in the spotlight, and keep raising the bar. Hopkins may not be in Santa Clara just yet, but if these rumors hold weight, we could be witnessing the dawn of a new offensive era in San Francisco, one that could dominate the headlines and the scoreboard for seasons to come. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to 49ers Zone and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the San Francisco 49ers. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. There's also the Shanahan factor. Kyle Shanahan is widely regarded as one of the brightest offensive minds in football, and he's known for getting the absolute most out of his skill players. Just think of what he's done with Deebo Samuel, turning a wide receiver into a backfield weapon, and how he's orchestrated one of the most dynamic and unpredictable offenses in the NFL. Now throw Hopkins into that mix. The possibilities are endless. Hopkins isn't just a deep threat. He's a versatile route technician who can line up outside, in the slot, or even motion pre-snap to exploit mismatches. Shanahan could design entire packages around his strengths, opening up new wrinkles in the playbook and keeping defenses guessing on every down. It's a dream scenario for any offensive coordinator, and for Hopkins, it's a chance to play in a system that would highlight his talents while preserving his body for the long haul. It's hard to imagine a more perfect marriage of player and coach. If Shanahan truly has his eyes set on Hopkins, you can bet he's already drawing up plays and envisioning how to unleash the full fury of this potential new weapon. Don't underestimate the impact this move would have on Brock Purdy's development either. The young quarterback showed immense promise last season, but adding a veteran like Hopkins could be the catalyst that propels him to the next level. Quarterbacks thrive when they have trustworthy targets, receivers who can get open, make contested catches, and bail him out of tight spots. Hopkins checks all those boxes. His presence would not only give Purdy a reliable option on third downs and red zone plays, but also help open up the field for other playmakers. Defenses wouldn't be able to double Deebo or cheat on McCaffrey without risking getting burned by Hopkins downfield. It's a domino effect that could elevate the entire offense. Moreover, having a future Hall of Famer in the huddle could be invaluable for Purdy's confidence and growth. Hopkins brings wisdom, poise, and a relentless work ethic that could rub off on the entire locker room. If the 49ers are truly committed to building around their young QB, this is exactly the kind of move that shows they believe in him and want to give him every tool necessary to succeed. Of course, not everyone is sold on the idea. Critics argue that investing in another wide receiver might be overkill for a team already rich in offensive weapons. They worry about target distribution, chemistry, and whether there's enough ball to go around. But in today's NFL, where injuries are inevitable and depth is king, having too many weapons is a good problem to have. And let's not pretend the 49ers haven't seen key players miss time in recent years. Hopkins provides insurance, experience, and another layer of sophistication to the offense. He's not coming in to steal the spotlight. He's coming in to win. And the culture in San Francisco is strong enough to handle big personalities and high expectations. The coaching staff knows how to keep everyone involved and engaged. It's not about feeding egos. It's about winning games. If the 49ers believe that adding Hopkins gives them a better chance to hoist the Lombardi trophy, then they should go for it, because opportunities like this don't come around often. Sometimes you have to swing big. And this would be a home run. If this deal actually goes through, we'll look back on this as the moment the 49ers went from contenders to favorites. The kind of move that sparks jersey sales, sells out training camps, and has fans counting down the days until week 1. We won. It's the type of rumor that electrifies a fan base and turns off-season chatter into full-blown excitement. DeAndre Hopkins in San Francisco isn't just about fit or football. It's about vision. It's about a franchise that refuses to settle for almost. It's about a player who still believes he has something to prove. And it's about seizing the moment before the window closes. For now, it's still just a rumor. But if even a fraction of this buzz turns out to be true, the league better watch out. Because the 49ers aren't just reloading, they're transforming. Hopkins would be the crown jewel in a roster already built for dominance. And if the stars align, this could be the story that defines the 2025 NFL season. Stay tuned. This one's far from over. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the San Francisco 49ers, make sure to subscribe to 49ers Zone and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.